Right, I got the cable drum in the chuck. I have first of all put this face in the chuck the other way and skimmed the back of this so this side will sit on the chuck jaws nicely. And I'm going to machine this side first. This is the engine side, so it'll be just a quick skim on here. Skim this off so that little step is the right height, and then machine that to diameter. The reason I'm doing this side first, when I turn that around, machine this to the overall thickness, the back side then's got to be machined to fit onto the drive boss. So from here to the other side of the cable drum has got to be 1 inch. You'll see that later. So I'm going to get on and machine this side now. Two there. Now I'm going to skim that bit. Right, so that's this side faced off there, so the distance from there to there is right and the diameter is right. I think now I'm going to get a boring bar and bore this hole out so it will fit onto the drive boss. Right, so that's that hole bored out. So the driving boss fits in it. Obviously this goes in from the other side. So now what I've got to do is turn the cable drum over, around in the chuck and machine the other side. Right, now I'm going to face this off. So this is the overall width. Right, that is that face flattened off, and it's the right width overall. Next thing, I've got to turn the overall diameter down on this side. So that's what I do now. Right, now that's machined to the overall size, faced off. That black mark there, I've got to bore from the centre out to there, so that from the far end to the board face will be 1 inch. Right, so that's the cable drum machined up, and the drive boss fits in there nice. I'll get that out on the bench now. Right, so here's the drum and the drive boss. That's nice and flush there. So if the axle was on there, this would be on the axle with the key, and then this will be on there. Obviously those pins are too long at the minute, and that'd be flush. Right, so I'll take that out, and the next job, I'll just move the wheel. Right, now on here I have to make a pin, which when you want to use the cable drum, the pin slots in there and ties the cable drum to the drive boss. So that's the next job. Right, so this little piece I've turned up here is going to be the finger hold. So when you want to lift it or lower it, I'm going to put a couple of little grooves in it. Those little grooves there, be able to get you and pull it up or down. Next thing I'm going to do is take this out of the chuck, machine the width and the side there on the milling machine. Right, I'm just going to take a little bit off each side, top and bottom, for the width, and then turn it 90 degrees and take some off the sides. I'll just turn that over to take the same amount off that, and that'll be the width done. Right, I've done the width. Now I'm taking a bit off each side for the actual thickness. Right, that's one side done. I'll just turn that over and do the other side. Right, here's the little locator. I've got to make a little bracket to go over that. And there'll be a spring fitted on there as well. So you pull a little pin out, push the thing in, put the pin back in, and that locates the cable drum with the drive boss. So now I've got to do the brackets. Right, so I've made the bracket. That'll be fitted on there, and that's a slide and fit. So when you want to use the cable drum, you pull a pin out of there, slide that down, put the pin back in the hole there, and that locks the cable drum with the drive boss. So next thing, I've got to get that fitted onto here. Right, I've fitted the little bracket I made there. So that would be riding down the road, and when you want to use the cable drum, that'll be located in there. Next thing I've got to do, I've got this little spring, which will be attached onto the cable drum. There'll be a little finger thing there which you can pull up. So you pull that up, pull the thing up, and then put the pin back in that hole. Right, so the next thing is make a little finger holder there. Right, I've made a little pin there. That'll be attached onto that spring in a minute. But at the minute, that's locked the drive boss with the cable drum. So when you want to just drive down the road, say you take that pin out, slide that out, put the pin back in. That way then that is just so you can drive down the road. So let's get that attached onto there and then get it fitted onto here. Right, that is the little thing on the, they call that a pawl apparently. So that is locked at the minute. And I'll just lift that up and get that out now. And that's that out. So now that the drive hub can turn without turning the cable drum. It's a little bit tight at the minute. I think I've used too thick a spring. I may have to find some thinner spring there. So that is the drive hub and the cable drum finished. Right, this is the offside wheel. In the next video, I'm going to start making the differential gears. The bevel gears that go with that. And the main drive part. So, this will be the differential gear that's going to be made and fitted to the inside of this wheel. Obviously, that'll be bored out to 1 inch as well for the axle. You got the other side of the differential gear, which will be there. Then you've got 2 bevel gears, one that will be here and one dead opposite, and these will be fitted into, here's the center part. These bevel gears are fit in there and one there. And on the outside of this will be the main drive ring. So we take that. That'll be differential gear there. And then the main drive one will be machined up to take that. So the bevel gears will be fitted in there and they'll be running on these differential gears. So please subscribe to my channel and join me as I build a 2-inch scale Fowler Showman's traction engine.